Yeah. Okay, are we ready? Yeah. Okay, welcome everyone. It is July 5th, 2016, and this is the Haldane Education Board of Education Annual Reorganization Meeting. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And justice for all.
Just move away.
Trustee Clements?
Here.
Trustee Hammond?
Here.
Trustee Parr?
Here.
And Trustee Schwartz?
Here.
And Trustee Daly is absent. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to do is swear in the new trustees, which is Laura Hammond. And if you would look at your board docs, there is a, under executive content, there's the language for the oath of office.
Where is it?
I have it
Under executive.
Laura.
Under which
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry, under item B1.
Yeah, I got it.
Great.
B1.
Just,
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Haldane Board of Ed trustee according to the best of my ability.
great, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I think that's the third time I did that.
At this time, I would like to ask for a nomination for president.
I'll nominate Jen Daly.
Okay,
Second.
okay. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Okay. And since Jen is absent, I will administer the oath of office to her when I see her next. At this time, I would like to call for nominations for the office of vice president.
I nominate Laura Hammond.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You get to say it again.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Haldane Board of Education Vice President according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right. The meeting is yours.
Throw me right in. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And welcome. We just came in from executive session to, we are now going to, I think Evan's bringing me down too far here.
Oh, yeah, we did this president
Okay.
call. Oh, but-
We are going
We did that
to
already, so.
appoint district clerk. And that, are we
Who's
on number
also the
3?
clerk?
Who's
She's
also
all
the
that.
clerk pro term, district treasurer, deputy treasurer. You're not the tax collector and you're not the claims auditor. Are you on a different,
I must be.
C3.
C3.
It's
C3?
I think you use mine, because, you know, she's having trouble too, but why don't you use...
You might need to refresh your screen.
Oh, wait.
Refresh your screen? Thank you. And you're gonna look on.
Oh,
the-
yeah, I'm sorry. These are the,
Yeah,
these are,
Yeah, it's on
I'm
her
sorry.
screen.
I
It's
neglected
not
to
on your
mention that
screen.
Dr. Bowers is joining us via Skype at this meeting. Okay, so what we're asking is that the recommended action is that the Board of Education appoints the following officers of the Board of Education effective July 5th, 2016 through the July 2017 annual reorganization meeting at the stipends noted. District Clerk, Julia Famularo, $9,020 with an additional $1,000 to be added if a second referendum is scheduled in any school year. Clerk Pro Tem, Ann Dinio for $500. District Treasurer, Ann Dinio for $500. Deputy Treasurer, Linda Dearborn, $500. Tax Collector, Jesse Desmarais for $5,125. And Claims Auditor, Sue Hutter for $2,358.
May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Bowers, is she going to do any? Dr. Bowers, would you like to report on anything at this time?
Yes, and actually, even though it is blank, we were trying to get the updated numbers. One of the things that we were talking about sharing with you tonight is the numbers in our kindergarten class. And as you know, we had a very low enrollment, and at this point, we only had 2 kindergarten sections that were scheduled. Today, we originally had 38 kids. Today we are at 40. At one point we were at 41, but we're still comfortably in the range to have 2 kindergarten classes for next year. So we just wanted to give you that update. And that's all I had on my report.
Great, thank you. Moving into the consent agenda, the minutes of the board meeting held on June 21st. Can we get a motion to adopt those?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Consent agenda financial. Any questions?
I'll make the motion for the agenda.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda personnel.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Moving into unfinished business. Approval of the Haldane Code of Conduct. I think I still had some questions on this. I don't know if we've resolved. I know we were all going to take a look and
I think we have to remember that this is an evolving work in progress and that this is a huge overhaul that Brian was undertaking. A lot has been done, but it is still in transition. We do have to approve it though, right? Don't we?
Yes.
So,
The recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the Haldane Central School District Code of Conduct for the 2016-2017 school year.
Laura, I didn't remember, did you have questions
And we
about the
can-
recommended changes?
I thought there was some things that, some verbiage that was going to change, but from the last meeting.
At this
I don't-
point, this is what we're approving for July, but we can make changes throughout the year. This is just the annual appointment, which is something we have to do. We have to approve it on an annual basis. But we could return 2 or 3 times if necessary and approve the updated version.
Okay.
I have another question. How does this work with the Haldane Academy?
The Haldane Academy has the same rules and regulations as the Haldane High School. It's all within the district. So this is the code of conduct for all students that attend Haldane.
So they have the same rules, parameters, all of that.
Yeah, I mean, the expectation is that the unique setting itself is what will level the playing field so they can be as productive as they can be in that setting.
Okay.
Great.
So we need a motion and a second and approval.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
I will make a motion. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Moving on to new business.
You want to do communication from- you wanna ask?
Sure. Sorry.
It's
Is there any communication from the public?
I just have a quick question.
Sure.
Just a quick clarifying question. Hi, Diana. I don't know if you can see me, but it's Andrea. I was just looking at the minutes from the last board meeting. I was just curious about the co-curricular and coaching assignments. This is it appears to be a partial list, and I was just curious about why only if, based on what, I mean, I am on my phone, so I don't know if maybe my phone is just being a jerk or something, but I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 assignments for that, and I was
How far
just,
down is it, Andrea?
I went down to, it's number 11. Number 11 in, under consent agenda personnel.
So you're talking about the appointment of assistant varsity track coaches. No, that's just one person. You're talking
That's just
about
one
all of
person.
them.
Yeah, no, I'm looking, Diana, I'm looking at the minutes from last meeting,
Oh,
the
I'm
last
sorry.
board meeting.
The
No, no
minutes from
problem.
last meeting. Go
No
ahead.
problem. So I was just curious as to why only a portion of the Appendix B2 is there. Is that just an oversight, or?
Hold on.
I don't know. I think we're going to have to ask Linda. It may only be the number of people that we have appointed. It may only be the fall sports season. But I will have to get back to you on that. I don't know why. Those were the people who were approved to date. Doesn't mean that there won't be additional people that are approved. I'm not sure why it's a partial list right now.
So you're
Okay.
saying you think we approve people that aren't on the minutes? Or you're saying?
I don't know. I mean, I was under the impression that, that everyone who's, like the whole, everyone who is getting a co-curricular, position was approved during the last meeting.
I don't know if that's the case. We're going to have to get back to you, Andrea.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I can give you an answer on that.
All right, fair enough. All right, thank you.
These are the people that have been approved, but it doesn't mean that there won't be additional people approved.
Right, if I,
Okay.
the prior agenda that the minutes were from, this is, which meeting is it?
June
21st.
The 21st. It says that it contains the list of co-curricular and coaching positions that we have received thus far. We may receive others for other meetings.
Okay,
J11.
so the
it does-
people that
it
you
is
that you
acknowledged that
received
it's a-
from the district. That's what I'm. Okay, all right.
Right, that's what we
It's
have. thus far.
J11 from last week's agenda.
Okay,
2 weeks ago.
So you can go to that agenda item,
all right. Okay, thanks,
and
Ed.
then you'll see.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks, Julie.
Any other questions, comments from the public? Okay, we can move into new business. Julia?
Okay, this is the CSE, CPSE recommendations, and the recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the recommendations by the Committee on Special Education and Preschool Special Education as indicated.
Okay, so I don't see an attachment on ours.
It's not
There's
usually an
not.
attachment,
It's usually-
actually in the public content. It's right there.
Oh, you know, I always click it. I never really noticed it didn't have a thing.
It's only the names and numbers of
Only
students. There's no
numbers.
names, just numbers.
Right.
Motion?
Did you ask for a motion?
Sorry, can I get a motion?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We're looking to change the Board of Ed workshop meeting on Tuesday, February 21st to February 28th due to the midwinter recess.
Yes, and the recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the rescheduling of their February 21st, 2017 workshop meeting to Tuesday, February 28th due to midwinter recess.
May I get a motion?
Motion?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next item is approval of a memorandum of agreement between the Haldane Board of Education and the Civil Service Employees Association for the period of July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2019. The recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the memorandum of agreement between the Haldane Board of Education and the Haldane Civil Service Employees Association for the period beginning July 1, 2016 and continuing through June 30, 2016, and authorizes the board June 30, 2019, and authorizes the board president and superintendent to sign this agreement on behalf of the district.
May I get a motion?
Motion?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The next item is the approval for agreement for Haldane's school business manager, Ms. Andinio, 7/1/2016 through June 30, 2017. I'm sorry. And the recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the agreement for Haldane's school business manager, Ms. Andinio, for 2016-2017 and authorizes the superintendent to sign this agreement on behalf of the district.
Can I ask you a question? It has nothing to do with the agreement. Why is Ann's only signed by the superintendent and all the others are signed by the Board of Ed and the superintendent?
We can add the Board of Ed if that's something you would like to do.
I just was curious why it was done that way. I just noticed. I have no
It's
problems
just
with
past,
it.
it's past practice. It's just the way it has been done. There's nothing unusual. It's not a contract per se, it's an agreement, which makes it a little bit different. And so it's an individualized contract, so to speak, or an agreement, which is different than the CSEA contract or the HFA contract, which is what you're talking about.
But Ann's is the only one that's this way?
Michael's.
No,
Michael's is that way
Michael's
too?
Well, no,
has
Michael
a-
Twardy and Linda would have they have individual contracts.
So the Board of Ed doesn't sign those?
We do.
We do. So,
Approve them.
I'm not a bargaining unit.
She's-
right.
I'm not in one.
Right, no, I
It's
understand.
an individual.
I understand that. It just struck
it's
me
an
as odd.
individual- Yeah.
I guess,
So, and then, but there is a signature for Linda and Michael.
right.
It's just the way it's been done. I don't think there's any reason other than that's the way it's done with an agreement as opposed to a bargaining unit or a contract.
Dr. Bowers, perhaps just to keep things all
Consistent.
we could just add another line and have,
I think that would be fine.
The board president.
right, have
That's
Jen.
fine.
Okay,
We can do that. Yep.
Right.
We can
because
still
here,
approve it, though.
this is
yeah,
Mike's.
we can approve
Yeah,
it.
we can approve it.
Okay. So then I need a motion in a second.
May I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Sorry. Didn't mean to stress you out.
The next item is the approval of agreement for Haldane School non-instructional support to staff, Mr. Michael Twardy, Director of Facilities and Transportation, and Ms. Linda Dearborn, Confidential Secretary to the Superintendent, July 1st, 2016 through June 30th, 2018. And the recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the agreement for the Haldane School non-instructional support staff, Mr. Michael Twardy, Director of Facilities and Transportation, and Ms. Linda Dearborn, Confidential Secretary to the Superintendent of Schools, for the period beginning on July 1st, 2016 and continuing through June 30th, 2018.
May I get a motion?
So I have Mike's here, but I don't have Linda's here.
It's all in the same.
It's all
the same.
it's all the same one.
Agreement.
Oh, this counts for both of them. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
May I get a motion?
Motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next item is the authorization to renew the Audit Committee charge for 2016-17, and the recommended action is that the Board of Education reauthorizes the Audit Committee and charge as presented for 2016-2017.
May I get a motion?
Well, move. So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 The next item is the appointment of board member representatives to the Haldane Audit Committee for 2016-2017, and the recommended action is that the board member appoints two of its members to serve on the Haldane Audit Committee for 2016-2017.
Yes.
I am happy to serve on the audit committee again.
Great,
Yeah.
thanks.
I would
And-
too. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Do we need a motion and a,
Do I need to do
it doesn't say that we do.
Oh, just that the board appoints Peggy and
it? Okay. So the recommendation is that the board appoints Peggy Clements and Evan Schwartz to serve as members of the Haldane Audit Committee for 2016-2017.
Great. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next item is the approval of resolution authorizing the continuation of Board of Education policies and bylaws and Board Policy 6110, Code of Ethics for all school personnel. The recommended action is that the Board of Education approves the following resolution, to wit, resolved that the Board of Education of the Haldane Central School District, 15 Craigside Drive, Cold Spring, New York, hereby authorizes the continuation in force of the Board of Education policies and bylaws adopted and/or amended as of June 30, 2015, including Board Policy 6110, Code of Ethics for all school personnel, and be it further resolved that the Board of Education policies and bylaws hereby shall be subject to continuing review and shall be amended as necessary in accordance with procedures as set forth in the bylaws, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
May I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, and the next item is the approval of secret resolution regarding, pertaining to the Smart Schools Bond Act project. The recommended action is the Board of Education approve the secret resolution declaring that the work proposed in the Smart Schools Bond Act investment plan constitutes a Type 2 action, and this requires a roll call vote. So I need a motion, a second, and then I'll call roll.
May I get a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Okay. Vice President Hammond,
Yes.
Trustee Clements,
Yes.
Trustee Parr,
Yes.
and Trustee Schwartz.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. That was a mouthful. Great. Is there any additional communication from the public? No? Great. Oh, that was a relatively quick meeting. There was. Thank you all
So
for coming.
the August meeting, you didn't announce the August meeting, so it's,
Well, that's the,
what?
right, the
So August 16th.
six- It's not on this one.
Oh, it's not, yes, that was up at the top. 7 o'clock?
Yeah,
August 16th.
in the air-conditioned room.
Evan's trying really hard.
Well, we said maybe, well, I guess, whatever. The merit-
Evan's dreaming we'll be in this room.
We'll be in this room. Bring a fan.
I will likely be late, but I'll get here.
Okay. Great. Sounds good. Thank you all for coming.
You want
We
a
have
motion to
additional-
adjourn?
Yes.
Okay.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. Yay.